Hey guys, what is going on? Robrigo here with TheNewbs, and today I'm talking about Call of Duty Vanguard, the impact it's had on the franchise, and what kind of legacy it will leave when we move on to pastures new with Modern Warfare 2. So before we get into this topic, it's important to note that we're only midway through Season 4 of Vanguard, and I'm sure that there's still much more to come from both multiplayer and zombies. But the general tone and popularity of the game is pretty set in stone by this point. Call of Duty is known for jumping around different eras, from modern day to advanced warfare far in the future, but it's arguably most well known for is World War II. The game started off with the original Call of Duty in that setting, and continued with Call of Duty 2 and 3. In fact, through Call of Duty's lifecycle, they visited the World War II arena 6 times, and that doesn't include the expansion packs or DLCs, so you could argue that when Vanguard came around as that 7th installment, the setting was starting to become a bit overdone within the franchise. This was arguably always going to be a tough sell then to the significant existing player base as a result, to recycle and repeat a game topic that we'd seen as recently as 2017 with Call of Duty World War II. When Vanguard did launch, it was arguably pretty scarce of content. There were only a handful of multiplayer modes to play, and the ones we did have were pretty standard out-of-the-box modes such as TDM, Search and Destroy, etc. And I think ultimately this isn't the worst thing in the world, as we know games like Call of Duty have a live service model, and it's good to be able to play the game safe in the knowledge that new content is coming at some point. But for multiplayer, at least as of Season 4, that hasn't really happened. We were introduced to Champions Hill, a team knockout mode which was refreshing, and more recently Arms Race, but other than that, we're still only able to play the standard game modes that you can see here. In addition to this, Vanguard has seemingly moved towards a strategy with multiplayer to create playlists that are based on variations of these core modes, as well as 24/7 playlists of some of the more popular maps such as Ship House. Whilst this does add some variation, the community needs actual new content, new game modes. In Black Ops Cold War we were regularly introduced to cool new modes like Double Agent, Sticks and Stones, and also the hugely popular Prop Hunt. Some of these modes were great, and some failed to deliver, but importantly, they were new. This trend unfortunately carries over to zombies as well, which was very poorly received on launch of Vanguard, a move away from classic round-based zombies that the COD community knows and loves, towards a more objective-based setting. The problem with that was De Ramfang, the map that came with launch, only had a few objectives to play. Complete them a couple of times and you find yourself in a very repetitive mode with quite low levels of replayability. It was clear early on that players didn't like this switch, and social media comments on the topic focused around moving back to the round-based format as soon as possible. And whilst we now have finally moved back to round-based with the introduction of the classic zombies map Shino Numa in Season 4, the developers did continue with the objective-based for another map in Terra Maledicta. Call of Duty has been around since 2003, with countless titles, some good and some not so, and when it's been the latter, Call of Duty has done well to return to its roots, what's made it so popular in the first place. Another factor that hasn't really helped Vanguard is the Call of Duty tactic of revealing and marketing their new installment. Whilst this is obviously something a company needs to do to maintain their player counts and community, what this can do is create almost a toxic atmosphere of the current title, especially if it's struggled to impress. COD Modern Warfare launched in 2019 and was incredibly popular. Letting the community know you're going with Modern Warfare 2 next, the namesake of a previous Call of Duty title, which by the way was also incredibly popular, is only going to make players want it as soon as possible. It almost creates a mindset in the community of, I can't wait to play Modern Warfare 2 so I don't have to play Vanguard anymore. And so whatever comes of Vanguard in its remaining few months will ultimately be overshadowed by the impending arrival of Modern Warfare 2, however good the Vanguard content is. I'd say Call of Duty Vanguard is a brilliant example of, if it isn't broke, then don't fix it. In terms of legacy, sadly I don't think Call of Duty players will miss Vanguard too much, and it may very well become known as one of the titles sandwiched in between two great Modern Warfare installments. I do still have high hopes, however, for the remaining seasons of Call of Duty Vanguard, and I'd love to see at least one more round-based zombies map, and there is still time to introduce some of those wacky multiplayer modes like Prop Hunt, although I think this is relatively unlikely. But what do you think? Has Call of Duty Vanguard been a success, and where would you rank it in the long list of COD titles? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Take care guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.